Absolutely.
I'm just glad you get it.
So what's up?
So you wanna talk about some sports?
Nah, let's not do that. It's going to be the antithesis of yes and today.
It's what is the appropriate amount of time to invite somebody to a wedding?
What do you? Oh, like how much notice should you give them?
How much notice? Like how much notice if you're giving it to somebody's an invite is such short notice that if they say no, it's fine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now you've changed up the question. Let's start. I think with the first question, I'd say typically like you want to let people know like a year or so out. Like, mark that on your calendar. Make sure.
But do you think under 6 months, under 3 months?
So
like what is the time when it's like you could easily have another obligation and like say I'm throwing a wedding and I don't tell you till last minute. This many weeks out, you'd be like, I would love to go, but I have something happening.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like a month. If it's someone like I don't know, 2 months. What do you think?
I got invited to a wedding 2 weeks out by somebody who works weddings for a living, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, see that's pretty close. That's cutting it real close.
And like the thing is, this is the important part.
Mm-hmm.
All the people that they invited also DJ events. And it's like, obviously most of these people is this a real invite or is this we invited you hoping I'll send them a gift?
Oh, it could be that. It could be that. In that case, like, what do you send? What's the gift there?
Right, yeah, you're supposed to check the registry, right? Or you just go send a random amount of money.
Like a monetary value. Like if you think it is like, wow, he's really just trying to like scrape the bottom of the barrel of contacts to get as much gifts as possible. Like, what do you do there?
Right, exactly. I mean, and I think they probably just thought of people they work with last, and they're kind of just doing it a little bit more on the fly. But still, it struck me as just the ultimate irony that
because
somebody who has to schedule their entire year out on Saturdays in advance wants me to just be free on no notice.
Well, and like they have to that requires there's head counts for weddings for well ahead of time. You got to tell caterers.
What are we eating at this affair? What are we eating now? I don't know what is the situation. Yeah,
right. Yeah, this is I don't know, man. I don't know. This is strange.
Well,
are you gonna go?
I can't. I already scheduled something very important.
Well, there you go. Speaking of things that are really important, what is it?
No, you're supposed to ask me what it is.
What is it?
We're going on a wing crawl.
That is really important. I've never heard of that, but I can, infer.
I think I made it up.
Oh, this is not a sanctioned event.
No, me and my friend Matt thought about this, and he is hitting a milestone birthday. I won't blow his spot up, but he's hitting a milestone birthday coming up. And he was like, we need to finally do the wing crawl. The idea being if you have 6 or 12 people, you go to several restaurants that are supposed to have great wings, and you order one set of wings for everybody each time. Everybody eats a wing.
Yeah.
You just keep eating wings as long as you can.
That sounds like a thing you can do.
Sounds great, right? You love eating, Sean. You're a big fan.
What does that mean?
Eats like a bird. You eat like a bird. Everyone knows it. Speaking of things that are going to eat, I love our bets this week. We bet on the Cowboys last week. Get your sound effects ready. We bet on the Cowboys last week. What did that get us?
What did that get
cash? Money. Hit the cash. We won. They won
Oh.
by a lot.
Okay. There we go.
All right. Now have the bad sound effect ready. We bet on the Rams -3. They won by 2.
I like this live producing you're doing.
Yeah. But then we did our random round robin that we told you to go find on my picket when I put it in, and it was on there. The Bears, the Panthers, it all came through.
But that's what I love watching.
All right, so now at some point you need to hit the music.
Oh, okay.
Still live producing. I'm just keeping the bit
No,
going
that's
now
great.
at
The
this
bit's great. I can take it. Yeah, fucking Kevin couldn't show up today, so.
point. Outside of NFL, his name's Dan.
Maybe that's why I didn't show up.
Welcome to Wit and Grit, where Ian and Sean break down sports betting, pop culture, or whatever's on their minds. The Wit and Grit Podcast.
We're heading into Thanksgiving week. And before we cover everything Las Vegas Grand Prix, we're going to be diving into the NFL. And I wanted to start with a discussion on hot seats and GMs.
Okay.
I mean, their front office is about to get carved up.
Absolutely. I mean, we've already seen it with Chris Greer in Miami. It sounds like he's not going to be the last one.
Mike Jones of The Athletic laid out 4 names insiders are circling. Let's start with the Falcons.
Yeah, Terry Fontenot, year 5, still no winning seasons, now staring at 4 double-digit losses. That's not how you get the job done.
He paid Kirk Cousins $180 million coming off of an Achilles tear. Then he took Michael Penix Jr., 8th overall. Now Penix is out for the year after a knee surgery. Not ideal.
The draft didn't stop there. He took edge rusher Jalen Walker at 15, then traded next year's first to get back into the first for James Pace at 26. So,
yeah, I mean, that pick's not tracking toward top 10, and they still didn't add wide receiver help. That roster's stuck in the mud with no 2026 first to fix it.
Yeah, the only thing keeping him employed really is his relationship with Arthur Blank, right?
I mean, yeah. And the fact is that this was a pretty big GM hire. This GM hire, I remember, happened at the same time as the Broncos GM hire. Who do you think, honestly, is a better hire at this point? I mean, the GM hire for the Broncos has gone way better than Terry. All right, let's go to Cleveland.
Let's do it.
I gave you a little bit of time to respond that it didn't feel like you were going to say anything.
Yeah, no, I didn't really have a good thought there. I'm also having a technical difficulty on my side that I'm trying to work through.
Yeah,
that's
you
showbiz.
disappeared.
Yeah.
That's live showbiz. That's what it is. We live right now.
I'm working on it though, actively.
All right. Well,
I'll be back, like on camera soon.
while you work on it, let me just say the Wit and Grit podcast includes gambling-related discussion, opinions, and advice intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We, Ian in Virginia and Sean in North Carolina, are not attorneys, financial advisors, or licensed bookmakers. Nothing said on this podcast should be taken as professional or legal advice. Listeners are solely responsible for their own gaming decisions and gambling decisions. Always gamble legally and responsibly. We're not liable for any losses, decisions, or actions taken based on the content of this show. Need help? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm back.
How's it going? I don't see you.
Well, you should soon. I'm here.
Okay. You're still just a loading disc over here.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
I'm back.
We found him.
Okay,
Now,
so
Cleveland.
Yes, Cleveland.
Well, Falcons, would you fire the GM? Yes or no? Let's just put a bow on that.
I think so. Yeah, at this point, things aren't going well. Like they're wasting Bijan. Penix doesn't seem to be the guy. I don't think so. I think he's gone.
I've been telling you for weeks this GM needs to be fired in Cleveland. Andrew Berry. I mean, some think Kevin Stefanski's the fall guy, but Andrew Berry's record is terrible. I mean,
yeah. They're going for second straight losing season. The Watson contract, still the worst contract in football. Absolute anchor at $230 million, fully guaranteed. And that was Haslam's call, but Barry owns it now.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy Haslam did it, so maybe he doesn't take the hit, but it's like now they're starting quarterback number 42 since 1999. Like, that's got to be a joke. 42.
Nope. Shador is number 42. That's crazy.
And, I mean, you trade Joe Flacco in the division and you let the Bengals keep up, and now Joe Burrow's healthy. That should be fireable. Like, your job is to make sure the other 3 teams in that division are bad.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of Cincinnati, you got Duke Tobin. He could be in next 24 years there, 9 playoff teams, 1 Super Bowl run, but really the last 2 years have been pretty rough.
Joe Burrow's turf toe has cost them 7 games. Joe Flacco came in, put up 28.6 points per game over the last 5.
Right. So it's really not an offensive issue. It's the defense. They've been awful despite the personnel investment and a defensive coordinator change.
Mike Brown's tight with spending. Bengals have always been a tight team. They're never splashy. They always have, most recently they had the holdout with Trey Hendrickson. But, so maybe Tobin survives just because of the tight spending, but rival execs are watching that one pretty closely.
Yeah, for sure. You've also got Joe Schoen in New York. Dayball's out and Schoen's finally, technically rather running the coaching search. So
he gave Daniel Jones $160 million, then cut him, ate $22 million in dead cap, let Saquon Barkley walk to the Eagles, and then he promptly won a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, and now you've got, Jackson Dart, J-Mo running the offense. Yeah, tell me how that's working out.
Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston might be his best moves.
I think so. Yeah.
So we'll see if the new coach in New York, depending on how big of a splash it is, maybe they want their own personnel guy and the owner just cleans house, or maybe Mara keeps doing what he always does, the wrong thing a year late. Like the Giants are always, everyone's like, you would have fired them last year, and then you let Dayball hang around, develop with Jackson Dart a little bit, then rip him right out, and then Jackson Dart will probably look like Drew Lock next year, and we'll be like, oh, he fell off. No, he's young, and you keep changing the script, the system, everything they do. We just learned that one.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Giants might be able to put something together with the core they've got going on right now with Dart, Scottaboo, and Neighbors, but we'll see.
So, by your logic, then, the GM should keep his job in New York. You think he's got the talent there?
Yeah, I don't know if his seat is quite as hot as the others that we talked about.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think I personally believe the Browns GM's the one that's got to go. I don't know why he's still there.
Yeah, agreed.
I've heard people on Browns radio in Cleveland talk about how Andrew Berry lives in San Francisco. He doesn't even live in Cleveland. Like, he's not part of the community.
Yeah.
He's given the wrong vibe. He's given like college president lives in this capital, not near your college vibes,
Yeah, no doubt. Well, let's move off the hot seat. Pete Kyle. Let's move off the hot seat and onto some sneaky threats. How about that?
Saad Yusuf at The Athletic just dropped a list of teams outside the Super Bowl top 5, but still dangerous. Let's go over them.
First one up is Seattle, right? Defense, top shelf. Game against the Rams, they did lose 17-15, but they turned it over 4 times.
And they covered.
A play away, yeah.
Sam Darnold threw 4 picks, but they still had a chance to win. The defense keeps them in every game. I mean,
absolutely.
McDonald also. Mike McDonald is like, we went over win percentages last podcast. He's a lot higher than you think with a very small sample. And, oh, by the way, he's had Geno and Sam Darnold. So...
Right. No, I mean, I can see Seattle like definitely fitting into this category, sneaky threat, and I don't know how sneaky really they are anymore at this point. But number 2, he had the Colts sitting at 8-2, but against good teams that are above 500, they're only 2-2 this season.
Jonathan Taylor's carrying that team. Daniel Jones is playing complimentary ball, but those upcoming games, Chiefs, Seahawks. That's going to be the real test. I mean, this weekend, we're going to talk a little bit more about that Colts-Chiefs game, and I'll tell you, I'm not so sure that we're on their side.
Okay, interesting. We've got the Bears on the list. They're 7-3, but their point differential is -6. Kind of strange.
Ben Johnson's doing a great job in year 1, but let's be honest. They're winning ugly, and they're skating on razor-thin margins.
Yeah, I mean, they are leading that division right now, but it just doesn't feel like it. It's weird.
Yeah, the Bears are getting lucky, and we always talk about regression and things like that. So we'll see if they can hold on. But usually, so the Broncos 9-2. I'd love to bring it up. I'm glad you asked. Thank you. They're on a bye this week. It won't change. Get used to it. But what I'm saying is they were 1-7 in 1-score games last year. This year they're like 7-1, something like the complete opposite. So like the luck will go backwards. And unfortunately for the Bears, they're benefiting from the luck now. So this is the best it gets. They've got to get better for when the luck stops coming their way.
Absolutely. No doubt. Another team on the list, San Francisco, a little bit of a disappointment this year.
Man, it's like every other year. Are the 49ers in the Super Bowl or the toilet? They just have to pick one or the other, don't they?
It seems that way.
Injuries all year. Bosa and Warner aren't walking through that door. Still dangerous, but not dominant.
Yeah. And then fifth, the aforementioned Denver Broncos.
Treason! Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I mean, the national narrative is still sleeping on the Broncos. I've been over it. Every time the Broncos win a game, every article is just about how the other team screwed up. Like, how did y'all lose that? The Broncos could win the Super Bowl, and they'll say things like, oh, well, Peyton Manning didn't have a good game. Like, when did they ever say that about other teams that win? No one said that about Tom Brady when he won Super Bowls. Oh, he didn't have a good game. Get out of here with that. But this defense is absolutely for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they are. The defense is definitely keeping them in games, like every game. Like you said, they're winning the one-score games.
I mean, and like the fact is, I heard Aqib Talib say, exactly what we are talking about. This defense is the best in Super Bowl 50, period. You know? Mm-hmm. He's like, they're right on our tail. The sacks they're able to get, and like, they just beat the Chiefs without PS2 in the lineup.
Yeah, that's huge.
They lost 4 games. They lost like 2 games by a combined 4 points.
Yeah.
The Broncos, you want to talk about a razor-thin margin. The Colts only beat the Broncos because they kicked a 60-yard field goal, missed it, and the Broncos committed a penalty, so then they got a chip shot field goal. So honestly, without one fatal error, the Colts lose that game. They weren't making a 60-yarder.
Yeah. I'm not certain that the Broncos might have just kind of ended the Chiefs dynasty. You know, that kind of a loss that's probably going to cost them the playoffs this season. That means things are going to change. That means there could be, turmoil. Like, I don't know. That loss to Denver could be pretty important looking back on it in a couple of years.
I think that a lot of people are saying the Chiefs dynasty is over, and I'm not sure I disagree, but at the same time, I don't think it is as linear as that. I think what we're seeing is the Chiefs did not have the competition from the Broncos or from the Raiders or from the Chargers in most years that we really expected. Justin Herbert got there for the Chargers, and everyone expected them to start really competing with the Chiefs. But unfortunately, they're also cheap like the Bengals, and it took a long time to find a coach that they were going to get on the right price with Harbaugh. So until they got the coach, there was no competition.
Right.
Everyone's got these Andy Reid off of buy stats. Well, how about Sean Payton setting all these stats on fire, saying, now you play me twice a year? Love it.
Absolutely.
I mean, Bo Nix is Mr. Fourth Quarter. He's Tim Tebow if you had made Tim Tebow like in an anime. You know, in South Park when they did that anime thing, all of a sudden like Kenny's ripped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's Tim Tebow turning into Bo Nix right there, because he actually wins in the fourth quarter and he does it with his legs and his arm. It's amazing.
That's funny. Yeah.
We love it. You know what? I want to take, while we're talking about the Broncos, I want to take a quick segue around here. Hold on.
Sure.
John Elway sat down with Woody Page and others at Guerrilla Sports and said what we were all thinking out loud. It's on my Facebook story right now if you want to go look at it. Mm-hmm. And he said that Peyton Manning was the savior and he was the only way out of Tim Tebow. Like, he said it out loud with his chest. There's no hiding it now. Yeah. We knew that like getting Peyton Manning was a huge move to help win. But for John Elway, the GM at the time, it was the only way to get a quarterback in who could throw a dime that wouldn't have them like picketing the stadium, the Tebow Mania people. It was insane back then.
It was crazy. It was a nuts time.
I mean, do you remember that he got a 30 for 30 or whatever before he, like, right after he got drafted? Like, they didn't know anything about how it was going to go.
Yeah, no, that was nuts. That was insane.
All right, let's go rapid fire. Week 11 was chaos. Let's go over some of the stats and whatnot. What do you got?
Yeah, absolutely. So, got to start with Bryce Young. 448 yards on the Falcons. That's, the franchise leader now. He broke Cam Newton's single game record.
And he won our bet.
That's right.
Did it in overtime. First time Bryce looked like a true number one pick. Maybe this season. I mean, it's his best game ever.
Yeah, no, for sure. It really was. And it was a lot of fun to watch. He was getting the ball out to a lot of different people. Just really had command of the offense, you felt like, for the first time, truly.
Yeah. I mean, that wide receiver looks pretty good.
Yeah, they got a couple of good ones there now. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett, NFL record for completions in a game, 47, most ever in a regular season game.
And his wide receiver wasn't Marvin Harrison Jr. It was Michael Wilson, 185 yards, most by any wideout this year. They still lost.
Yeah, exactly. Still lost. And then you had Justin Fields throwing for fewer yards in the entire game than Bryce Young had in the fourth quarter and overtime.
And like we said, Browns trotted out quarterback number 42 since 1999. Shadir Sanders make his first career start next week. So we'll see how that goes.
Right. Yeah. All right. What about some wild card and win totals?
Patriots and Colts already cashed their overs on the year. The Panthers and Broncos both can cash what they win this week. So
okay, nice.
We didn't do these, but it's nice for anybody who's listening, any of our degenerate listeners, if they want to know how their win total bets are doing, we want to catch you guys up on it.
And if you want to talk about a coach really making a difference, more often than not, if Sean Payton hits his win total this season, that's going to be 11 of 18 seasons that he's gone over as a head coach. That's pretty good.
On the underside, Commanders already hit it.
Yeah.
Ravens, Chiefs, Bengals, all could go under this week.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Under their
Bengals,
total. Yeah. Like they
right,
don't
right.
have enough games left to win
Yes.
enough games because
Yeah.
the number was so
I see.
high.
Yep. Bengals, if they go under, would make it 3 straight years that they've not hit their total.
Producer Dan, cue up that part in August where Sean tried to tell me that the Bengals were good and they were going to do good this year. Every year he tells me that. And 3 straight years they haven't done that, Dan. Dan!
What?
He'll get on it. And the Chiefs, this will be the earliest that Andy Reid teams missed their number since Philly days.
Yikes. Yeah, another coach you can usually trust.
It's good to see parity. That's what makes the NFL so great.
It does. It makes it a lot of fun. All right. What about some betting trends before we get to the board?
Double-digit favorites this year are 12-1 straight up, 8-5 against the spread. We've got 3 this week: Ravens, Seahawks, Lions. And honestly, that Lions line went up after Jameis Winston got named the starter. They're up to 12.5 now. It was at 10.5.
Right.
So none of these are below 12.5.
Yeah, my fantasy football team didn't enjoy that announcement. I was excited to have Jackson Dart back, but oh well. Anyway,
I don't know anyone who thought he was starting.
Well, he was questionable for a while. But no, something else to look at: public getting cooked. Teams are getting 60% of the tickets. Those teams are 38-66 against the spread this year, which is the worst record that's been ever tracked.
Even worse at home. 8-21 against the spread when 66% of the tickets or more are on one side.
Jeez. The 49ers have failed to cover 12 straight home games after a win, 1-15 against the spread after a straight-up win since Christmas of 23.
Meanwhile, Dak Prescott, my boy, is 21-2 straight up, 17-6 against the spread at home versus the NFC East. He's won 18 straight home games against division opponents. Put a pin in that.
Okay, because we've got Dallas and Philly this Sunday. That should be fun.
Buckle up. Yeah. All right, quarterback chaos, front office drama, surprise contenders, and record-setting madness.
And you know what's next?
The gamblers, the degenerates, the one more leg crew. It's time. One more time, let me say this. The Wit and Grit podcast includes gambling-related discussion, opinions, and advice intended for entertainment and informational purposes only. We, Ian in Virginia and Sean in North Carolina, are not attorneys, financial advisors, or licensed bookmakers. Nothing said on this podcast should be taken as professional or legal advice. Listeners are solely responsible for their own gambling decisions. Always gamble legally and responsibly. We're not liable for any losses, decisions, or actions taken based on the content of this show. Need help? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. And This is what I love to talk about, unit size. This past week, it wasn't really an issue for us because everything we said was correct. Yay! We missed the Rams bet, but other than that, we cleaned up. We killed it.
Yeah.
But you want to make sure that you don't bet extra. So before we could do the show, one of our AI picks from my system was the Bills last night at -5.5. I bet it.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
Right.
The Texans straight out won. The Bills didn't cover, but
it's a good game.
I trusted the system. I trusted unit size. I'm only down 1 unit starting in on Sunday, so I've got plenty of room to make it up. We bet big on the Cowboys on Monday Night Football. We said Dak Prescott in prime time over old Joe Biden coach Pete Carroll. I don't know which one of them is younger. It definitely looks like Pete, but I mean, did you see him out there in the pregame throwing the football still? Like, he doesn't slow down. I digress. Right. Old gum chewer Pete Carroll didn't win that game.
No, he didn't.
Always over there chewing gum. Must have smoked cigarettes when he was younger.
Probably.
And we're back on the Cowboys as another 2-unit play. That was the first 2-unit play we've given out that actually worked. We have only given out 2 to date. Today is the 3rd.
Okay, so 2 on Dallas. That's pretty big.
And I was real ballsy, and I took the +3 at +100. But if you shop around, you can get a worse payout and get your hook at 3.5. I'm just saying that, the 3.5 would win, the 3 will push, and I'll get my money back. So if it ends on a field goal, I'll just take my money back and go home. I wanted to try to double my money. It's a huge bet,
Yeah.
Let me read my stats before you read yours.
Okay.
Dak Prescott versus the NFC East in Dallas, 21-2 straight up, 17-6 against the spread, 18 straight home wins versus the division. We have the luck rankings. They're back. Philadelphia is the number 1 luckiest.
Okay.
But Dallas, they're number 1 luckiest at +27.7%. Dallas is -2.2%. So inflated Philly tax, regression angle favors the Cowboys.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, but Sean, it's a 2-unit play. Why haven't I mentioned the trenches? Thank you. Lane Johnson's out with a Liz Frank, so there's a downgrade at right tackle. So, they don't have great pass rush that could stress the edge, but they do have a better offensive line for Dallas. It's been trending a lot better the past few weeks than when they first started. Now, one stat I'll read that goes against our bet, and it's kind of stupid.
Okay. What is it?
The Eagles in their Kelly Green uniforms. The Eagles are 5-0 straight up, 4-1 against the spread in that jersey stretch. So I think they're wearing those on Sunday.
I don't want to bet against that laundry, man.
That's like the people who don't bet against the team wearing white in the Super Bowl. It's a completely different year, city, and different people entirely. There's no correlation at all.
Well, you do have Philly that's on a 3-game straight up win streak against Dallas.
Yeah, but
so that's something.
It's got to stop. Philly's offense looks like it's broken. A.J. Brown's literally throw me the ball. Yeah. Saquon Barkley, what has he done all year?
Not much.
And then Lane Johnson's out. And then the Cowboys they look like they're firing on all cylinders. George Pickens looks like he wants to get paid.
Yeah.
So are you with me on this one?
I don't know. I don't love this one, honestly, at 2 units.
Well,
yeah.
I already put it in. I told you.
I hope it hits for you, but I don't know. I think I might just.
I'm gonna let you know after it does, because everyone underestimates regular season Dak Prescott every year, all the time. Yeah. If this was a playoff game, I'd be worried, but it's regular season in Dallas.
Lane Johnson is important. I would be. I'm tempted, but I'm just not sold.
Well, let's go to our next big bet. This is a 1.5 unit bet.
Okay.
Chiefs -3.5 versus the Colts. I did take the hook this time, even though it's not great. basically what my numbers were showing, because the hook feels very important, but overall with both of these matches, it's like a 7 to 8% chance that it matters.
Right.
The game has changed a lot with the people going for extra points more. It's like 2 has become a pretty valuable number, whereas it used to be 3 and 7.
Yeah.
So I decided to just say the Chiefs will beat the Colts by a lot. Why do we want to bet on the Chiefs now? Well, obviously, they're off a bye and they lost to the Broncos, and everyone's talking about how it's over. You were talking about it. You don't think they hear people talking about it?
I'm sure they do.
There's a Chiefs chaos system. Late season, 5-5 or worse favorite versus 80% plus opponent. That is 14-0 straight up. 12-0-2 against the spread. And I don't know how they're going to hit a tie on a half point. So we're hoping to be in that 12 category with the wins.
Absolutely.
Not the 0 on the losses. I don't know if you heard the losses on that stat. The Chiefs haven't lost this kind of game yet.
Yeah. No, I think I like this one.
Yeah.
I like this one more than the Dallas one.
It's easier to like because people hate Dak. People don't recognize Dak Prescott's so good, and I don't get it. I know they don't like Dallas. Jerry Jones isn't Dak. Dak got paid for a reason. Like he's doing pretty. It's like Tony Romo. Nobody wanted to talk about how Tony Romo was actually a good quarterback until he was retired. Then all of a sudden, does Bryant catch away from his legacy?
Yep.
But there's some mean. We love talking about the mean here. Kansas City is 0-5 in one-score games. Mahomes off back-to-back losses is 5-0 straight up, 4-0-1 against the spread. Indianapolis, I talked about how lucky they were when they beat the Broncos. Well, we've got stats to back that up on the luck rankings. They're number 6. Kansas City is number 27. Very unlucky.
Yes.
So I can't believe this wasn't the 2-unit play, but the one thing that is keeping it as a 1.5-unit play is Jonathan Taylor's on a heater.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor does exist.
Yeah. So,
so you're in on this one with me?
Yeah, I like this one.
Check all your prices. The best price I found was -102 on 3.5. If everything's going to be close to -10 or so, maybe find a book that still offers -3 if you don't want to take the hook. I just feel like the Chiefs will win by more.
Yeah.
The Colts are a bit fraudulent, I think. I don't know if Daniel Jones can keep this going. Like other former Vikings quarterbacks that I'm questioning. You want to take a round robin? You want to go around with me? Can you get a bag? Do you have a bag around in case you want to throw up?
I think I can get one quickly if I need to.
This is going to be gross.
Okay.
We talked about how the Cardinals can't win.
Yeah.
How about we bet on it? Jacksonville money line. The Jacksonville offensive line allowed 4 pressures and 0 sacks last week. Everyone wants to talk about Trevor Lawrence, but we start in the trenches. Ezra Cleveland, 90.5 PFF ranking in his return. And Arizona's off back-to-back 40-plus allowed games and just got shredded. Jacksonville 3-0 straight up in Mountain and Pacific time since the year 2022. So it's like 3 very uncorrelated things, but Ezra Cleveland has returned to that offensive line, and all of a sudden Jacksonville ran the ball down somebody's throat, didn't let Trevor Lawrence screw it up. I really don't see them changing that formula if the Cardinals are going to give it up on the ground.
Yeah, no, I feel I agree with you actually, and I'm not terrified of the Cardinals in any way. So,
money line number 1, the Jags. Let's see if you can get through the whole round robin with me. I already put it in.
All right.
So there's no talking me out of it this week. Might make our podcast go quicker. Here's one that's gross. The Saints.
Ugh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But Kirk Cousins is back, and his run in Atlanta has been bad. 1-5 straight up, 0-6 against the spread, the last 6.
Yep.
Atlanta's off back-to-back overtime, including. So we bet against them last week with the Panthers, and we needed overtime again to win it. But now they're off overtime in Germany and then overtime in the U.S. So they've played a full extra half of football compared to other teams.
Yep, and had an international flight.
Right. So there's also the Superdome edge that always hasn't been that great. But the Saints also have the easiest remaining strength of schedule. So I'm thinking that maybe the locker room notices that and they get up a little bit. It's like, hey, we're probably not going to the playoffs, but we're about to make some noise. It's almost Thanksgiving. We're still getting game checks. Like, it's too early for a team this young to check out. They've got a rookie head coach. They know what it is. Right.
Yeah, I mean, and they still have – is Olave healthy, right? I mean, if they've still got some good players on that team.
I think – isn't Olave out for the year?
Is he? He could be. That's why I hesitated at first. I can double check.
I run so many numbers on trenches and everything that I barely check wide receivers sometimes unless it's for fantasy because I feel like just they don't move the number for me. See Wilson for the Cardinals last week being the guy that moved it. If you were like, oh, no Marvin Harrison. Like, imagine if we had downgraded the Cardinals for that.
Yeah.
We would have been almost screwed.
Olave is full participant in practice. So
fantastic.
He's on the injury report, but he doesn't have an injury designation. I think he'll be fine.
Sounds like he's pulling a Lamar Jackson. All right. Our third money line for the round robin, if you do so oblige. The Rams versus the Buccaneers.
Okay. I know the Rams are good, but the Bucs can do anything on any given week.
Man, have you paid attention to what they've been doing though?
Yeah, they've been struggling as of late. They have been.
Yeah. Sean McVay, after playing an NFC West opponent, is 30-17-4 against the spread. I mean, Baker in primetime is 2-11 straight up, 4-9 against the spread. So we love Sean McVay. We love the Rams. And this was a favorite we could take that wasn't 13 points.
True.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the other two, I'm in on. This one,
that's crazy. So you're in on the -165, the -125, but the -325. Pull up the Bucs schedule. Show me the last time they impressed you, because I think you're remembering the Bucs the way you want. Yeah. Scientists talk about this. When you have a breakup, when you break up with somebody and you think back on the relationship, scientifically they say you remember it one of two ways: better than it was or worse than it was. Never as it is or as it was. Luckily, with sports, we could just go look at the scoreboards and remember, wait a minute, they've been screwing up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean,
how's it look? Are they behind the Panthers or are they tied with the Panthers?
They are in the lead in the division. They're 6-4.
Tied though, right?
Well, the Panthers are 6-5, so just a higher win percentage.
No, so half a game ahead. They got half a game on a team that we thought was so bad we wouldn't bet them 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And that's that means my point. That the Panthers are, that'd be, if they host a playoff game, that could be cool.
Now you're getting with me. So do you think the Rams are going to lose to the Bucs the way the Bucs are playing? Bucky Irving has been ruled out for this game.
The Rams are very good.
That's what I'm saying. Bucky Irvin's been ruled out. The last playoffs we had, if you remember, the defensive unit everybody talked about was the really young Rams team. They didn't expect them to be so good so quickly. I imagine all those guys are still there.
The Bucs are really hurt.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right,
that's our round robin
against the Bucs, but I'm in.
Finally, we got him. That's our round robin. Jaguars money line, Saints money line, Rams money line. And then, of course, I did a third of a unit on the full parlay, but I did pretty much a unit on the round robin and a third of the unit on the parlay. Responsibility.
Okay. There you go.
Here's the money lines we kind of liked, but we skipped. We didn't include these, so if you don't like them, fine. But 49ers money line versus the Panthers. This is the Christian McCaffrey revenge game. I don't know if anyone in Charlotte realizes this is him coming back to town to ruin y'all.
That's true.
Yeah. Off an overtime win against a division opponent. You're going to have the San Francisco kid come back to town and.
Oh, man.
Hey, while I'm going through this, can you look up the rushing leaders for the year?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, look that up real quick.
Okay.
I'm curious where McCaffrey is on that list. I imagine Saquon's nowhere near the top.
Let's see here.
Run, run, run. Everybody run, run.
So you'll never believe who's on top. It's Jonathan Taylor, MVP candidate Jonathan Taylor. Then you've got second place, pretty close behind him, is James Cook. And then pretty close, 100 yards behind him, Devon Achane. Then you've got Rico Dowdle in Carolina, Javonte Williams, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, J.K. Dobbins.
Wow.
I can keep
What
going.
about passing yards?
Okay, let's see.
Where is CMC on the list also? Did you?
Okay.
The thing we went there for.
13. You didn't tell me what we went there for.
And James Cook has an advantage. He already played this week. So he's a game ahead of everybody to get to second.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah, so.
Your boy Devon Achane and Javonte Williams for the Cowboys, those are the two biggest surprises on that list to me.
Yeah, Achane's tearing it up. I mean, he's definitely top 5 back in the league.
Trying to keep his job even if they get rid of Tua.
That's right. I think he will.
All right. Well, let's leave the NFL world behind and head under the lights in Vegas. Free practice 2 last night. Well, looked more like a deja vu than preparation.
Yeah, manhole cover curse struck again. The FP2 red flag not once but twice. The second one ending the session early.
I mean, exactly. A marshal spotted a cover moving at turn 17 near the start-finish straight, so race control stopped it as a precaution. They checked it, thought it was fine, let the session resume. Then a few laps later, boom, another red flag. This time it's because Leclerc's Ferrari died with a gearbox issue, and the same manhole cover started flexing again.
So, yeah, shades of 2023 when Sainz Ferrari ate a drain cover 8 minutes into the inaugural Vegas GP. Yeah, this time not quite that dramatic, but, it still forced FIA to shut it down with 2 minutes left.
Yeah, and the issue is the same aerodynamic physics lesson. These ground effect cars literally vacuum the track surface. All that downforce underneath the floor can start lifting welded covers if they're not reinforced enough. Vegas, you knew this was coming.
Right. I mean, it's embarrassing, but not only that, it's expensive. Ferrari's still probably haunted by that 2023 repair bill.
No doubt. But on the stopwatch, right now, Lando Norris P1 in FP2, followed by Kimi Antonelli, only 0.029 seconds back. And then Leclerc in third. Speaking of Ferrari, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, and Norris sounded confident afterwards. Said, the car feels way better than last year. The pace is there. We're fighting for pole.
Meanwhile, his teammate Oscar Piastri barely ran 2 laps before the red flags. He told Sky it's difficult to know where we sit, but he still thinks there's plenty of positives. He was all the way down in P14, almost 9/10 off Norris.
And that's the story of the title fight, right? Norris keeps nailing the timing. Piastri keeps getting caught by bad luck in short sessions.
And Max Verstappen, 9th in FP2, half a second off. He told Sky, quote, "It's okay. We still need to improve, find more grip. You can't compare this to other low downforce tracks. Too cold, too slippery."
Yeah, temps dropping down into the 40s. It's brutal. Even the tires can't get comfortable. This race is going to be like driving on ice at 215 miles an hour.
Which sounds like a fun game.
Probably not so much in real life, though.
I swear I did that on the what was that called? The Crazy Taxi game with the Simpsons.
Oh, yeah. I know the one you're talking about, but I don't remember the name of the game specifically.
Yeah, you get the snowplow.
Yeah.
So here's where we stand. Norris was the fastest overall. Antonelli proving Mercedes still in the mix. Ferrari quietly strong. Leclerc P3 even after the gearbox issue. Red Bull decent but not dominant.
Right. So it's really a 4-way fight heading into qualifying tonight, and we haven't said that much this year.
Exactly. McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, Red Bull, all within a half second. That's the kind of parity Vegas needed to get fans hyped.
Right. I mean, and this is the perfect race for F1 to show off. You got Liberty Media calling Vegas their test lab. Disney characters are in the paddock. Hello Kitty merch for F1 Academy, Lego tie-ins. It's kind of like the sports playground.
Yeah, Emily Praser from F1 said everything's acceptable in Vegas. They're leaning all the way in. Concerts, grid gigs. I mean, Bellagio fountain shows. It's Super Bowl weekend energy every night.
And it's working. Ticket sales are actually up about 50% over last year. The $50 Thursday tickets sold out instantly.
That's a huge comeback from the 2024 dip. Fixed a lot of the logistical mess, too. Faster road reopenings, better communication with locals. This race now has a permanent base on the Strip. The F1 Grand Prix Plaza with its own kart track and 4D theater, because Vegas.
That sounds awesome. We got to go check that out.
I know. We got to go. We got to go to this next year.
Yeah. The manhole cover may be a hiccup, but overall, it sounds like Vegas is back on its feet.
Some big off-track news. George Kurtz, the CrowdStrike CEO, just bought into the Mercedes team. 15% of Toto Wolff's investment company. It's about $300 million, valuing the team at $6 billion.
That's with a B? That's an NFL level valuation. She even said they're still, undervalued compared to American franchises.
Kurtz will be a technical advisor too, focusing on data and analytics. He's a money guy, but he actually raced Le Mans. So,
meanwhile, over Ferrari, still some tension. Chairman John Elkman told reporters that drivers need to focus more, talk less.
Yeah, ouch. Who's he talking about, I wonder? Lewis Hamilton handled it diplomatically, said he's fully committed, wakes up thinking about racing, goes to sleep thinking about racing, the usual spiel.
Yeah, and Leclerc did some cleanup PR too, saying Elkman's comments weren't meant as motivation. They were. So Ferrari's now in fourth in the constructors, no wins. Lewis still doesn't have a podium this season.
It's his first season in 18 years without one, if that holds. He's desperate to break that streak before Abu Dhabi.
Right. And then, before we, get out of here for sure, quick F1 Academy note. We got American Chloe Chambers took pole here in Vegas last night. That's her fourth of the season.
Yeah, but because of the reverse grid format, Dutch driver Nita Godman starts race 1 on pole, and the title fight's tight. Doreen Penn versus Maya Wong, separated by just 9 points heading into the weekend.
Yeah, they race alongside the Grand Prix schedule. It's a perfect spotlight moment for that series, honestly.
Yeah, so to recap, Norris leads after FP2. Antonelli's right there. Ferrari's back in the mix. Verstappen's searching for grid, and Vegas itself is louder than ever. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit about the track, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing I was reading about the Vegas track is that there's actual straightaways where we can expect passing. If it's not too cold, we can expect some serious passing. If you can pass, look out for Max. That should be a saying. Like, if you can pass, look out for Max.
Absolutely.
Final practice is in what, an hour and a half? I mean, 7:30
so.
Eastern.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what time is quali?
We got that tonight at 11. The race tomorrow night at 11 Eastern. So might be cold.
Are you going out for it?
Going on. I don't know. I might be out.
Yeah. I wish you were in town, because I'm going to be at Old Salem Brewing Company, where we do our rewatch here in Roanoke, or our live watch when it's like this. They close at midnight. The race is at 11, but if enough people show up, they're going to stay open for it. So
okay, nice. That'll be fun.
At a brewery past midnight, how that could be wild.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's effing around with F1. And that's the Wit and Grit podcast. I mean, we have fewer bets than last week when we had a great week. When we narrowed it down and we had a great week. November's been a little bit of a mixed bag, but the first 2 weeks we barely went, just barely negative. Like,
yeah.
If you did unit size, as we say, so much. Sean, Are you listening? Are you the one listening to me? Hey, if you do unit size, you would have lost like half a unit the first week, a full unit the second week, and then you would have made so much of it back last week with everything hitting. So hopefully this week, if the Cowboys and the Chiefs come through, that covers our lot right there. If the Cowboys let us down and the Chiefs come through, that's a slight loss. Hopefully our round robin comes through at that point. Right. If we do any other bets, you can follow me on Picket. You can go see our bets there. Sean doesn't track his bets well. I don't know why.
I do not.
He doesn't want to take the time to do it. Let's just be honest with the people. But you can follow me on Picket. Pickett is Pikkit, and it's at All In with Ian. It's the same name as the Substack. It's the same name as the radio show. If you want F1 best bets, we can't give those to you. Didn't you just hear us? We said they don't qualify till 11 p.m.
Listening?
I couldn't. weren't you listening? But tomorrow morning, after they've qualified, I'm 100% going to put together all my F1 best bets. And
Let's
you
go.
can find them at All In With Ian on Substack. I will put them up there. I will share it on all the Wit and Grit pages because our F1 bets have been money. We always either break even or make some money, almost always, knocking on some wood.
Right.
And other than that, try to catch the race at 11 o'clock Saturday night. Try to catch the NFL games coming up on Sunday. The Broncos are on a bye. I'm untouchable.
So are the Fins,
I'm
man.
untouchable.
Both our teams on a bye coming off a win, right?
Yeah.
Feels good, man. Feels good.
Ooh, it's a good time.
Hope everyone else gets to feeling good this weekend, and we will talk to y'all next week.
All right. Maybe we'll talk about Cranksgiving next week. Peace.